evening and welcome to Fleece TV this Sunday evening. And today would normally be the open gardens here in Bretforton, a very successful and long-running event going back some considerable time, and we're going to learn more about that in a moment. But tonight is garden-tastic. We're going to have three pieces of home correspondent stuff coming in, and thank you very much. And the first one is that going back a little while ago, our friend Nigel London down on Grass Close did this recording of his garden for us to share.
Hi, so we're going to start our video tour of our garden down the side of the house. This part of the house doesn't get too much sun, and so it's been ideal for growing things like these beautiful acers, which, as you can see, have done really well. We've got a few heucheras, which have also done really well. Look at the size of him. And, of course, the ferns. The ferns have done really well as well. And then as we come through, you can see we have another acer here in a pot. Beautiful one. The garden is split into various areas, and with little pathways taking you round so you can explore. Coming into this area, which is a more shaded part of the garden, we've got some beautiful hostas growing here. As you can see, some more ferns, all sorts of things. There's foxgloves in here. This tree is an apple tree. It was the only thing that was in the garden when we moved in 6 years ago. It does produce huge apples every other year. Last year it produced enough to make some rather nice apple wine. Further along, another little apple tree growing here. And you can see this magnolia, which will be going in the ground in the next few days. We were just waiting for it to finish flowering. So another little footpath here as we come along the back fence. Sorry if this is going too fast. I'm not sure what these things are called, but they grow to about 6 foot high and beautiful flowers on them. So we're going around the back of the summer house now, and in this area we've got ferns, so it's a little bit different again. So we've got a lot of ferns growing here, as you can see. Many of these were left over from my daughter's wedding. So as we just follow the path round the back of the summer house, as you can see, there's the summer house. We come to the pond area. It's got some nice irises growing in the pond. Various pots around the pond area. They're all still starting to fill out. This rose, which we've had a few years, is doing beautifully. Look at that. And down here, look round past these irises. Two elephants, Witchford pottery elephants. And coming back down the other side of the garden, you can see some of these flowers are just gorgeous. The garden is filling out really nicely. Fig tree growing against the garage, more hostas. So this is against the house. And that's about it, really. That's our garden. It's only small. It's been established 6 years now. So it's not doing too bad. And we look forward to seeing you hopefully next year for Open Gardens.
So, thank you very much, Nigel, for that. Now, today is the 125th anniversary of the National Trust. So, if you know your Fleece history, you'll know that it was 1977 when the Trust took over the Fleece. They had to wait 82 years before they got the jewel in the National Trust crown. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Linda's enjoying her pie. Hi to you, Spike, and to Jeannie. Hi, Jeannie. And a happy birthday to our Tracy. Tracy's normally here either doing a bit of cleaning or housekeeping or working behind the bar or waiting. She's a top girl all the way around, and it's her birthday today, so happy birthday to you, Trace. Now, we've got one of our home correspondents with, which is Jane and Dave, with their hollyhock box. So, we talked a little earlier about the Open Gardens in Bretforton, but rather than me explain to you what it's all about, have a look at this. This has been put together by Celia Grant and Ross Grant, who you'll know because Ross plays some superb music for us from time to time here on Fleece TV, and indeed here at the Fleece generally. So this collaboration of wonderment from Celia and Ross.
Montana Rubens or Marjorie, Rambling Rector, and Fontaine Latour might conjure up all sorts of images for some of you. But for one gardening enthusiast in the village, they're the names of just 3 of the countless number of clematis and climbing roses that scramble and climb up every vertical surface in their garden. And the climbers, along with the other plants in the garden, not only create an amazing visual spectacle at this time of year, many of them have the most amazing scent as well. Now sadly, you'll be unable to share the experience this year, as along with several other gardens in the village that would have been taking part in the Garden Club's Open Gardens this weekend, it is unable to open to the public in these life-changing times. So to give you a taste of the gardens you're missing, we've put together some photographs that were taken on previous Open Gardens days. Now the gardens that open are not all typical cottage gardens. They come in every shape and size, include modern landscape gardens, a school peace garden, allotment gardens. There's a plant nursery that only opens to the public once a year for Open Gardens, a garden with an Anderson shelter, and not to forget the stunning gardens at Bretforton Manor. There are regularly 10 or more gardens open, and last year the club hired a hedgehog bus to make it easier for visitors to get to all of the gardens that are spread out around the village. When Bretforton Garden Club first began organising Open Gardens events, soon after it was formed in 1996, the event was run from the village memorial hall. Over the last few years, the club has been fortunate to have the use of Bretforton Manor and the grounds for the event, giving visitors the opportunity to visit the manor's amazing gardens, which I think were featured in a virtual tour on an earlier episode of Fleece TV. Being able to serve tea and cakes to visitors in the manor's cider barn has proved to be a great success, along with the other regular attractions at the Open Gardens. Our tombola, seasonal plant sale with plants supplied by a village nursery. You might also have seen the village choir, the Morris dancers, folk musicians, a scarecrow competition that's added lots of attraction in recent years. The cider barn has also provided welcome shelter when the weather has been unkind to us, as it was last year. When the sun's shining though, the event can attract more than 400 people on a day, and the club's policy is to share proceeds from the event between between 2 local charities that are nominated by the members each year at the AGM. Many of the gardens that you can visit during the open gardens, whether they are long established or newly developed, have taken an enormous amount of time and effort to create. And visitors returning each year enjoy seeing the process if owners are brave enough to open their gardens whilst it's going on. The elements have made it especially difficult to keep gardens looking their best this year, and yet each year garden owners put in as many hours as it takes to get their gardens looking absolutely amazing. So today, let's celebrate open gardens from a distance and look forward safely to seeing them for ourselves again next year.
Thank you, that was great. I learned some stuff there myself. I didn't realise I'd been going for quite such a long time.
Your
Anyway,
infamous scarecrow is featured as well.
I'm what? Best scarecrow?
Yes.
Are you talking about me being the best scarecrow? Thanks. So anyway, it's probably time for Julian's joke.
Hello again. My granddad used to say, as one door closes, another one opens. He was a lovely man, but a terrible cabinet maker.
Thanks, Jules, the corker. The next, we're going to finish the show with a piece that's been put together by Rob Anstey at the Manor, who you will have seen certainly performing for us before. We've seen the beauty of the Manor Garden on previous occasions, but that beauty was contributed to in no small part by our friend Norma, who sadly departed from us very suddenly a very short time ago. So a lot of Norma is in that garden, certainly Rob said to me he wouldn't have known what half the names of the plants were without Norma being able to explain those to him at the very least. Norma's having a celebration of her. There's going to be a celebration of her life on the 8th of June. If you'd like to get more details, we can let you have those. But for now, I'm going to put you over to Rob and the wonderful Bretforton Manor Garden. Good night from Fleece TV.